All right, so just today, or well, a few days ago, this past Sunday, I got kind of bored. Went to T-Mobile because they had this promotion for the OnePlus Nord N200, and it was the sort of the new model for the trade in any device. You even seen people bringing, those big carry, those big bag phones that you might chuck around back in the 90s, whenever. So I had whipped out some little thing from a while ago, and they said, yeah, sure, they'll accept it. So I was like, yay. So basically, I was able to get this for about $50, 40 something, because of the taxes and then the activation fees, and then the rest is, well, free because of the promotion they had going on over there. This thing ain't sponsored or anything, but I'm just wanting to test the waters just to see how well this does, because I haven't really done anything like this before. So depending on how well this goes, I might keep doing it. But it's just a little setup here. It's just a little mouse mat to keep the thing from getting all dented on the hard wood. So yeah, OnePlus Nord N200 5G, mid-band, low-band, no millimeter wave, it's just some basic little OnePlus phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this little thing opened. Gonna break the seal, which reads, "You are purchasing this device for use on our network and not for commercial resale." So that probably has something to do with the service agreement and whatnot. This thing might be a little bit too big to open this, so I'm gonna try to use it anyways, but I'm gonna keep it out of the shot so I can try not to damage it. Let me use a CPU. It's gonna sound odd, but it's sharp. So I don't want to, this is a paper, kind of like a, like a paper. I think my exposure is like, you're not happy. Let's unlock that. Let's reset it. Let's see here. Can I adjust that exposure? Let's bring our exposure compensation down. That's better. All right. So that's a little tough to get into. I'm going to use a library card. Let's see if I can like burn through it. It seems to be a little thicker than I thought. I don't have a knife on hand right now. I'm gonna go get one, and I actually kind of can't because I have a microphone on me right now. Let's use a nail clipper. See if I can get in here real quick. So there's the tape broken. Make sure it's still in frame. Yes. So I believe the first thing we'll see is the phone. As usual, I'm gonna just put everything aside and look at the phone last, like everybody else does. So yeah, a little pull tab right there. See if I can grab at it. Yep. So they protect the bottom and top. It's plastic on the edges and then matte. I think this is like yeah, it's plastic. And then a matte black back. Look at that last, paperwork. More compostable, recyclable stuff, I think. Little QR code on there. Beyond this is the, the Nord branding. Oh, something fell out. Looks like that's the SIM card, yeah. Let me see if I can wiggle this back in there real quick. Yeah. Honest thoughts about the Nord branding is, well, OnePlus Jennings and Brendel after like the 7 Pro whatever, and more, hardware design and like is not really my thing anymore. Because my personal favorite was the 7 Pro I had a while ago, and then the 8 Pro in black. That was nice, but I didn't get to buy it yet. Got the S20 Ultra instead, but yep. Wrong side, yep. So this is just a quick start paperwork and just getting us introduced to the phone and all the features and stuff. Terms and conditions, this made, customized for T-Mobile. And then the red A to C cable right there. And then I believe this is the 18 watt. And it's kind of stuck. There it is, 18 watt charger. I'm not sure if this is power delivery rated, but let's see, this may read as, let's bring this in, probably should focus, looks like it is. Output is 5 volts at 2 amps or 9 volts at, 5 volts, 2 amps, 9 volts, 2 amps, so 18. So 10 or 18 watts. Nothing fancy, none of the 65 or anything like that with the other flagships they got. Oh, hit the camera. Nothing else in there, just a little black void. I shall put these back because I honestly don't use the included power adapters, actually. I have one from Aki and well, they kind of got evaporated by Amazon, so that's not too great. I won't use this either because I have a whole bunch of freaking Type-C cables already. Like the ones for my S20, the ones for the LG Wing I got. Let me get that. This thing is so cool. Got 50% off for another promotion they had back there. May do a video on this too. It's really cool. Too bad they went out of, well, left the mobile space, so it's, uh-oh. I'm gonna slide these paperworks back into the sleeve. And then I believe this came next, and then this did, yes. And then this will go in a closet. Now I forgot the wrapper. Anyways, I can probably just slide it out. Let's do it this way. This may take a while, because I think the, power, no, let's just gotta pull it. Just in case I reseal it, I guess. Let's keep pulling. Boom, there we go, nice and glossy. I'm gonna slide this unopened plastic wrap back into the box, which should fit perfectly. And indeed it does. That will go into the closet. And here we go. OnePlus Nord N200 5G. And I'll have to blur that too. Then I can probably cover it while I didn't focus. Yep, matte back. And you got the three, I believe they are 13, I believe it's 13 megapixel main and then 2 and 2 megapixel depth and macro. I believe that's just a single element flash, so no dual tone or anything like that. It should have a charge in it, and there's the power button with a built-in fingerprint reader. I'm gonna have to find a case that has the cutout for it, because the ones I saw, even from the T-Mobile branded ones, they didn't have the cutout for it. And then this is a LCD 90 hertz. I think, well, LCD, yeah. Something along those lines. I have to check to see if it's IPS or anything, if it's a different technology or the like. Has a hole punch. It's gonna be the second phone I have that has a hole punch after my S20 Ultra. Kind of reminds me of the Galaxy A11. Same position, really. In the upper left, same with the 9 series that they have. And there's the boot screen and usual setup stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through this, and with the magic of editing, it's gonna be instantaneous. Side fingerprint sensor setup. First time I've ever used one of these before. So this is gonna be something to get used to. Just I can't really put an index finger on it. Oh, looks like I screwed up. Let me start again. Looks like it wants me to keep it still. Let me go ahead and do that. Try not to do too much to the edges, because it looks like it has the 2 parts to it. Okay, let's keep going. All right, now we're doing the edge input. All right. I wonder how well these things work when they're smaller. It's just my random thought. All right. Maybe if I pick up the phone like this, I might want to add my thumb, so let's go ahead and do that. It's gonna keep tapping it like it wants me to. Then next we're doing the edge input. Guess I should do it as if I'm picking it up. No, thinks I have a similar input so it didn't vibrate. Oh, there we go. I usually turn my phone on like this too, so let me do my index. There it is. No, not bad. Usually I'm mostly used to the on-screen ones now. After what the 7 Pro did to me, the OnePlus 7 Pro. That thing was so cool. But it also kind of blinded me in the middle of the night because, you know, optical, not ultrasonic. It's like the ultrasonic spoiled me because now I'm not getting blind anymore. So it looks like we're getting asked what kind of font do we want to use. I think I'll do the OnePlus Sans. Navigation bars and gestures. I like my gestures. And then, yeah, I remember this. The tutorials. I always had to go through this quite a bit when I wanted to switch or mess around with the software back on my 7 Pro because I used to flash it a lot. Looks like the setup's done. All right, device for reboot. The continue configuration when I insert a valid SIM card. Oh, and activation nameplate or whatever. I'll stick one in later. Not bad. Let me just make sure there's nothing else showing. Doesn't look like it's going at 90 hertz. Looks more like, well, maybe it is. It's been a while since I used a 90 hertz screen. I believe this is a Snapdragon 480 5G, so it's not going to be as fast as something like a 765 5G chipset, which you might find on some other devices. Let's see, where is it? Refresh rate. Yeah, there's 90. Maybe it's just because I had just started setting it up, so. Yeah, it definitely looks like a 90 panel. I believe they did say it goes from 90 to whatever. I think the lowest it can go to preserve battery life or something like that. And I'll look into it. I remember I had Auto 90 from the Play Store. Then it automatically switched it between 90 and 60, depending on the app that was open, because it couldn't do the variable thing yet. But if this thing can, I might not install that. But try to preserve power or whatever, I might install it. But 5,000 milliamp hours, same as my S20 Ultra, surprisingly, but fast charging at 18 watts maximum. For an LCD panel at 90 hertz, I'm not sure how much power that might use compared to something like an OLED, but might be interesting because I was planning on using this phone as a webcam. Strange as that may be, but at least there's no burn-in. That was the major point why I kind of wanted to get this for free, because, you know, hey, I was going to use the Nokia 9 PureView as a webcam, but I think this is going to get sold, and I don't want to burn in the screen because the program that I use to get the video feed from that camera to the PC, it just sits there. It doesn't really do anything after like 20 minutes. So this was fun. Not sure if I'll do more of this. If it has a good outcome, I sure will. Trying to do more on-demand content instead of live-streamed content. But it should be a little fun thing to play with. Okay, it's a few days to get a feel of it. Maybe I'll add something at the end of this, but I probably won't. I'll probably just view this thing like once and that's it. Well, there we go. OnePlus Nord N200 5G from T-Mobile. Got it through the 5G upgrade program. Brought in some old little smartphone. Find one in your drawer, bring it in, switch or something. 'Cause you might actually like this phone. I have a feeling it might, hopefully. If you're coming from an iPhone X or something, steer clear of it probably. Yeah, something that's like 2016 or older, maybe 18, I don't know. Just throwing random numbers out there. Something older than those, maybe you should get it. I mean, hey, it has 5G, mid and low band. I don't remember the bands on the top of my head, but it should be pretty good. Alrighty, that's it. And I'm about to clean these fingerprints off. Oh yeah, and one more thing, if you don't want to have it loaded with like the T-Mobile boot screen and the T-Mobile apps and whatnot, don't insert your SIM card. One thing I tried was I took it out after I put my T-Mobile SIM card in. It loaded in the T-Mobile bootloader, or the boot animation, and then the T-Mobile built-in apps. But then I reset it without the T-Mobile SIM card, and it kind of looks like it was unlocked. So if you get one of these, just to get it as like a toy or whatever, not actually use it for like phone calls and stuff, don't insert your T-Mobile SIM card. It'll actually load in all the bloatwares and stuff and all the purples. So yeah, and you do get the option to reset it without deleting your information, I think. Never mind. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. I took the screenshot before I reset it. When you reset it, there should be an option to, let's see. Let's go down to settings. Let's type in reset. Okay, factory reset. So if you go to reset it, make sure you turn off erase internal storage so that, oh, it went out of focus. Manual focus time. Yeah, so make sure you tap, you do not have erase internal storage checked if you want to like reset it so you can get rid of all the T-Mobile stuff. It'll keep most of your pictures and whatever if you took a picture or something. Yeah, there we go.